Tonight, there's new information on the people who may have hijacked two planes in Boston and then flew them into the World Trade Center yesterday. The collision toppled the Twin Towers, changing the skyline and our lives forever.
Now, rescue workers are combing through the rubble where the Twin Towers once stood. Thousands, though, are feared dead. But this morning, there was a glimmer of hope when some 9 people were rescued.
Here's what we know so far at this hour. 266 people died on board the airplanes. Between 100 and 800 people died at the Pentagon, and thousands are feared dead in New York City. In Boston, police have detained 3 people from the Westin Copley Hotel. President Bush is calling the attacks acts of war. He says the nation will spend whatever it takes to protect our security.
In fact, the roots of this attack appear to reach deep here into the Boston area.
All you had to do was look at the scene outside the Westin Hotel in Copley Square. Dozens of officers armed with guns and federal warrants entered the hotel looking for evidence today. The hotel was evacuated, sending hundreds of people streaming into the streets. WBZ's Beth Germano is live in Copley Square, and she has more on what was really a shocking scene today in Boston, Beth.
There was the utmost safety concern outside the Westin Hotel here in Boston today as those law enforcement agencies stormed the hotel. And apparently the intense investigation into yesterday's hijackings took a turn here in Boston today. As you mentioned, 3 individuals were taken into custody for apparent questioning. Investigators zeroing in this afternoon on rooms that were on the 12th and 16th floors, looking for any connection to the hijackings that did begin here in Boston yesterday. First, the SWAT teams went in, the bomb squad and canine units, and guests knew to get out.
And then I came out and I wanted to, just to see what was happening, and someone had said they just heard on that there was a terrorist on the 16th floor, and I was on the 15th floor. So I thought that was probably a good time to make my way downstairs.
Around the perimeter of the hotel, hydrant checks hinted at the intense preparations.
Let's go. Everybody, let's go. Come on.
Safety concerns led police to push back growing and curious crowds as the hotel is evacuated.
The Boston police were going door to door, at least on our floor, and just told us to go downstairs.
There was a bomb squad guy on the elevator. I guess the FBI is in 16 and 28, on floor 16 and 28, and there's some EMS people on 14. And
back up the side. Let's go, come on, let's go, let's go.
It was the sight of so many agencies that rattled nerves as 3 people were taken into custody. But guests were relieved as well to see possible progress in an unspeakable tragedy.
Everyone combines to get rid of this common insidious enemy that no one really knows who it is. So.
Just hours before in Newton, FBI and state police were surrounding a hotel room at the old Sioux Chalet on Route 9.
Yeah, I see there's police all over the place, and they were questioning the hotel clerk, but they stopped talking when I walked in the room. So,
what kind of questions were they asking?
They were asking her what procedures she followed when she checked somebody out yesterday.
Now, back here at the Westin Hotel, there were also questions being asked of employees inside. Someone who works for a budget rental car agency inside said they were being questioned about somebody who may have rented a car here from the hotel. And also, we are told it was credit card transactions here at the Westin that may have called attention to the 3 individuals who are now being questioned. Right now, no one is being allowed inside this hotel except guests. There are security guards at the doors checking anyone who is going in. Only a light police presence remains around the perimeter. Quite a different scene from what we saw here just a couple of hours ago when hundreds spilled into the streets as this hotel was evacuated. But again, only guests are being allowed in right now. Reporting live from the Westin, I'm Beth Germano, WBZ 4 News. Kim and Jack.
All right, Beth, thank you. An Amtrak train from Boston to Washington was stopped and searched in Providence.
We do know the police arrested one man. They charged him with carrying a knife. Now, the man was taken into custody by police. Authorities are saying at this time there is no apparent connection to this week's terrorist attack.
And, Jack, the FBI is following literally hundreds of leads.
WBC's Bill Shields, he's live in Boston right now to tell us about how investigators are searching for clues by talking to cab drivers. Bill.
Jack, you know, this has been the most tragic 36 hours that I've ever had to deal with personally as a reporter. First, those horrifying scenes from New York, the connection to Boston, cab company now, and then the events here at the Westin today.
Come on, keep it moving. Up the side. Go, go, go.
Boston police moved quickly, clearing the streets around the Westin. Inside, the FBI and SWAT teams were on 2 floors with a bomb squad. Travis Johnson saw the operation unfolding.
I saw the police, the SWAT team pull up, the bomb squad. About 12 or 13 SWAT guys went in.
Heavily armed?
Several of them did have large automatic weapons. Then they brought in the bomb squad. Bomb sniffing dog went in.
Onlookers watched intently, some fearful, some angry, that America as a whole has been horribly violated.
I hope whoever's involved is in there and they've got them and they take care of them, and I hope that this government really takes action against them. And
it's just devastating for everybody. I'm really shaken.
Thank you. Moments later, the FBI took 3 people into custody. But earlier in the day, this cab company in the Fenway was under the federal spotlight. In 1997, a Jordanian national named Raed Hijazi was a cab driver here, a known member of Osama bin Laden's organization. Hijazi is now under arrest for terrorism in Jordan. But did he have friends here? No one at the cab company even remembers him.
Never, never. If such a thing, we are going to jump on him ourselves because we are making a living in the city of Boston.
Back live now. Many of those cab drivers we talked today of different nationalities said this attack they felt was an attack on them too and in their home countries. Now getting back to the Westin, 3 people again to wrap up were taken into custody today. All that we know is that they are Arab nationals. We do not know any of the other details, what they may have been charged with, if anything. Reporting live from downtown Boston, I'm Bill Shields, WBZ 4 News. Kim?
All right, Bill, thank you. The FBI has set up a special hotline for tips about the attack, and if you have any information about the suspects or the suspected terrorists, you are urged to call